as well as some tips and ideas as to how best to get there. So without further ado, because today is a little bit longer, and that's probably because we've been off, so we made it longer. I don't know. All right, let us share my screen. There we go. Video content strategies from storytelling to sales. And we're off. As you know, or maybe you don't, our company has been around for over 23 years, have an amazing team. We have seen and done just about everything. So there isn't too many questions that you could have that we can't help you with. Started way back in 2000 when pretty much it was only websites. And now we have sort of eclipsed all of the different types of different digital marketing aspects, from social media management to mobile marketing. And now we're much more into automation development to make your life easier and more efficient, as well as now AI. We have a new tool that we'll be launching soon as well. All right, so let's quickly just showcase what we're going to be talking about today during the coffee break. The power of video, from storytell to sales, what that journey would look like, the different stages of moving through this journey, as well as ways to maximize the use of video in your everyday marketing. All right, so exponential growth of video consumption. We all know that video consumption has witnessed an explosive surge across all kinds of online platforms, right? We all know it. Platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok have just transformed into video-centric spaces all across the world. Everyone's doing it. So with billions of daily views, videos have become a primary mode of online communication that you and I should be maximizing our efforts on. Visual content is unparalleled in its ability to grab and then also retain the viewer's attention. Studies indicate that people will remember visual content more effectively than text-based content, right? Videos combine visual, audio, and emotional aspects, allowing for powerful and memorable storytelling, especially if you're doing it right. Video content serves multiple roles, from entertainment to education and much more. Brands can utilize videos to foster those deeper connections with your target audiences, and videos are a versatile tool that align with various marketing objectives, enhances engagement, and of course, drives conversion. So let's talk about storytelling. Storytelling is the heart of human communication and connection, has been since before even video was even born. It involves crafting narratives that resonate with emotions and experiences that, of course, then transforms that message into a memorable and relatable experience to the person who you are targeting. Stories add layers of depth that go beyond simple product features, right? Emotionally resonant stories engage the viewers on a personal level. And through storytelling, brands now become more relatable. They help to foster loyalty and, of course, trust. So here's some examples. Nike's Dream Crazy. The campaign celebrated individuality and determination, narrating personal stories of athletes. I think we've all seen those. Dove, this was also a big one. Dove's Real Beauty. This was a series that featured real people just promoting self-acceptance and redefining what they think beauty standards are. And then, of course, Apple's Shot on iPhone. We saw the commercials. Apple showcased a bunch of stunning user-generated content that demonstrated the capabilities of their phones. All right, video formats for every goal. Video comes in diverse formats tailored for specific objectives. Each format serves as a unique purpose, from education, obviously, to persuasion. Ideal for introducing complex concepts or products is what we call explainer videos. I do these a lot to kind of walk through a prospective client as to what we're showcasing. This helps to simplify the ideas, and it engages the viewers much quicker because they're actually seeing what you're talking about, as opposed to just watching somebody's mouth do this, like you're doing now a little bit. Product demos, of course, showcasing your product's features, functionality, and benefits, how they help the consumer. This helps potential customers understand how your product will solve their problem. Testimonies and case studies, absolutely a gem here. Let satisfied customers share their positive experiences, but to do it on video. It helps to build trust and authenticity through real life success stories, so they can actually see these people speaking the truth about how they felt about your product or service. Behind the scenes, now you can offer a glimpse into your business's inner workings, how the employees are working, what they're doing to manufacture or to create or to build whatever is the product and services that you offer. And it helps to humanize your brand, and it creates this sense of connection with your company. Event coverage, of course, capturing important events, conferences, or launches, especially if you have a brand new product launch, and it extends your reach and provides virtual participation in that event. Tutorial and how-to videos. This demonstrates how to actually take advantage of your products, and it teaches how to use what skills they need to be able to operate or work with your products. And it establishes your brand as an authority in your industry. All right, so choosing the right format. You want to align the video format with your specific marketing goals. So you consider your target audience's preferences and their needs, and then you remember that the format will enhance the content's effectiveness. All right, scripts are what is being said or read on the video. So very powerful if you do it well, if they're well crafted. So video scripts provide structure and ensure clarity in messaging, hence what I'm doing right now. A strong script keeps viewers engaged and helps to achieve your objectives. Now, here are some tips on writing engaging scripts. First of all, you have to know your audience, and this goes across the board with anything, right? If you don't know your audience, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to understand what their needs are, what their preferences are, and what pain points they have, so you can help to try to solve those. Now, start strong. Grab attention in the first few seconds to hook your viewers into stop scrolling and watching. Keep it concise. So you want to be clear and concise, and avoid, all kinds of details. Just give them exactly what it is you think they need to be able to make that decision. And then tell a story. So you want to weave a narrative that resonates emotionally with your customers. And then, of course, call to action. You got to tell them what to do after they've watched your video. So you want to guide viewers on the desired action that you want, what you want them to do after they're done watching. And then, of course, humanize. Use relatable language. Create a personal connection. You make a mistake, keep going, right? That's what I do, especially if it's live, because I don't have a choice, right? Here are an example of some effective scripts. So we will go back to Nike's Dream Crazy ad. It has that inspiring message that's tied to personal stories that you can relate to. Apple's product launch events, huge, right? There's this great anticipation and showcases their features all at the same time, drumming up the hype for that launch. And then Dollar Shave Club's launch videos, always funny and straightforward pitch. They're really a lot of fun. All right, so crafting a winning script. First, you tailor your script to your brand's tone and style, and that should be across all your marketing. Iterate and refine for clarity and impact, right? And then you might want to collaborate with script writers who understand your brand's voice, because they can offer up different ways of saying certain things to get across the same message, but in a better way. All right, the role of visual elements. Well, enhancing video with visual components does make sense. They add depth and engagement to any of your video content. Graphics, animations, and visuals will reinforce the message you're trying to get across more effectively. Brand identity. Consistent visuals reinforce brand recognition. So you want to make sure that if you do it over here, you want to do it over there, and you want to keep consistent. Emotional connection. Of course, visuals will evoke emotions and enhance storytelling. So make sure you use them properly, not overwhelming, but where they need to be to help enhance the storytelling. And then, of course, information retention. Visuals do help to convey complex information into something that's more simple and easy for them to remember. Animations, they bring concepts to life with dynamic visuals, right? So if you don't have it in physical, you can make an animation to actually produce that. Infographics are great because they take this complex idea and they just simplify it with engaging visuals that help them to grasp what you're trying to explain. And then, of course, brand consistency. Using visuals aligned with your brand's colors and styles is a must. All right. Balance visuals with narration for a harmonious blend, right? So you want to make sure that what you're saying matches what's being seen on the screen. Prioritize quality visuals that align with your message. And of course, test different visual elements to understand how they impact your message and how it gets across. And of course, you should be testing all of your marketing. Driving engagement. Okay, so how do you boost viewer engagement? Well, engaged viewers are more likely to take desired actions, right? So you want to try to make sure you're getting the engagement you desire. And then you want to come up with strategies to help captivate, and involve your audiences as much as possible. Polls and surveys is a great way to do it. It encourages the viewer to participate and give feedback. Now, one thing to note, there are video tools out there that you can actually build this right into the video. So you can stop at a certain point, have a poll or a survey or a question, or, which do you like, red or blue? They click blue, and then the video will actually follow that journey. So you can actually build interactive videos. Clickable CTA. So what does that mean? That's your click through. So you want to make sure that your action, you're giving them the ability to do something. So to click, if you're saying go here, make it easy for them with a button to click so that they can actually go to wherever it is you're telling them to, whether it's a website or a landing page or whatever. Quizzes and challenges, very much like polls and surveys, very engaging, gets the viewers to be challenged and interacting and learning from the quiz or the challenge that you're putting them on. So here's some hooks. So curiosity, you want to pique curiosity with intriguing story openings. Now, one thing I just learned on an Instagram post, using the word here, H-E-R, ear. Here is where I talk about the top 10 reasons for. And here is where, and it's funny because the actual quote that hooked me was, the first word was here. Here is where I talk about the best hook to use. And then they talked about the word here. I thought that was very interesting. Emotion, of course, evoke emotions that resonate, obviously, with your audience. That's the goal. And then, of course, you can also use suspense. You want to keep viewers engaged by creating that anticipation. And it could be something like, hey, we're going to be announcing tomorrow or video 2. You get there, oh, we got to go watch video 2 now, right? So you've got that curiosity built in. Dynamic transitions. You want to create smooth transitions that actually maintain a viewer interest. You don't want to make it too crazy. Obviously, a visually appealing design certainly helps. You want to make sure the visuals are aesthetically pleasing, not too weird looking or 1960s that might drop people from the newer generations. And of course, you want to have engaging scenes. You want to incorporate scenes that will actually grab people's attention. Behind the scenes tours that make viewers feel part of the process is another great way to engage the customer. Interactive product demonstrations that showcase the benefits. We talked about that a minute ago. And of course, story-driven narratives that connect on a more emotional level. These are all great examples of engaging videos. All right, so let's talk about SEO, which is search engine optimization, and discoverability. How do they find you, right? Visibility matters. Video SEO will enhance your video's chances of being found, right? Higher rankings, well, a well-optimized video is going to tend to rank higher in search results. Just makes sense. So what does that entail? Well, techniques similar to keyword optimization, just like you would on a website or a landing page, you would want to do the same thing with your video description. So you want to use relevant keywords in both the titles and also the descriptions. Compelling thumbnails. Now, a thumbnail is that image where you got the little triangle that looks like a video. That engages to get someone to click. Right? So you want to make sure that your thumbnail image is eye-catching so it gets people to do something with your video. And of course, detailed descriptions. You want to provide a comprehensive and engaging video description on all of your videos. Metadata optimization. So metadata includes your titles, your descriptions, your tags, and your categories, right? So you want to optimize those like we talked about a minute ago with keywords. Transcriptions and closed captions. A great option is where sometimes you're watching a video but you can't really hear it because of maybe where you're located. If you can read what they're saying, it means I'm still engaged, right? So it improves accessibility, but also search visibility. And then, of course, engagement metrics. The higher engagement signals quality to search algorithms, right? So the higher the engagement will tell the search algorithms, hey, this is doing well, and it's going to get more love from the search engines. So the benefits, of course, are increased visibility in the search results, more views and higher engagement rates, and enhanced discoverability across multiple platforms. All right, so here's some video distribution strategies. We want to share about how to get the message out there, where to distribute. Again, knowing your audience, right? Where are they? So you want to select the platforms where your target audience is most active. Are they on LinkedIn? Well, then you should be advertising there. Are they doing a lot of searches in your area for restaurants near me? Then maybe Google is a good option. Right? Platform diversity, you want to distribute videos on a mix of platforms for a wider reach. You don't necessarily have to do a shotgun approach, but if you don't know your audience, then you're already stuck. So you need to start with that first. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is now known as X. Obviously, social media platforms allowed to engage with users on these popular social networks. So obviously, you need to know your audience. And of course, YouTube. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, and it's the second largest search engine for video content because, well, that's what they do. Websites and landing pages, of course, you can embed videos right onto a website and your landing pages. And then, of course, your home page and product pages, it's great to have a way to highlight your products and services and, of course, show off brand stories by doing it with video. Email campaigns, and you can have video emails, which includes video content to increase email engagement. I remember the stat, but we did this a few weeks ago where it talked about, I think it's like 86% of emails that have that visual that looks like a video, the engagement with it is much higher. Educational content, of course, is sharing those how-to videos, tutorials, and then demonstrations of your products that give people the idea of how easy it is to work with your product and what the benefits are to them. Video sharing platforms, there's two big ones, of course. YouTube, we just spoke about, and Vimeo, which is also a platform for high quality and professional video content. All right, so you want to tailor your distribution strategy, audience research, again, knowing your customer, understand where your target audience is spending time online, content fit. So you want to choose platforms that align with the type of content and the goals that you have for that content, right? And then, of course, consistency. You want to regularly share videos to help maintain audience engagement over time. All right, so measuring video performance, very important to measure performance, period, in all of your marketing. The key metrics for performance are views, so monitor the number of times that your video has been watched, engagement rates, which are things like liking, the comments, the shares, and the interactions. Of course, click-through rates, track the percentage of viewers that are watching that actually take the call to action that you've just asked them to do, right? So if 100 people watch it and 50 people actually click to go to your website, then you've got a 50% click-through rate. Conversion rates, of course, analyzing how many viewers take desired actions after watching. Data analysis, of course, refining strategies. So you want to use the data that you collect to improve future video content. So what's working, do more of that. What's not working, do less, right? Identify trends, understand what type of videos are resonating the most, especially if it's related to the target audience that you have. Audience insights, learn about viewer preferences and behaviors and make sure that you understand that. It's part of knowing your audience. Tools for that, well, YouTube, which is owned by Google, has amazing analytics. And of course, because it's part of Google, Google has analytics as well to help track all that video interaction and statistics we just spoke about. And then, of course, the social media platforms do a pretty good job of that as well. Iterate and experiment. Okay, so what does that mean? Use data to refine the video content, but also looking at the distribution strategies. Did this work? Did this mix work? Right? So maybe we need to do less of one and more than another. A/B testing, if you don't know what that means, it's like putting something out where you make one change to it. You don't change a lot because there's no way to know then what was the impact. So if you have something going that's okay and you make one change to it, have it alternate. And then if you see that the one change has actually increased your engagement, then you may want to drop this, stay with this, and then make one other change. And you can keep going back and forth. But don't make 6 changes on it because you'll never know which of those 6 items actually increased or decreased your engagement. And then, of course, adapt and evolve, which is embracing feedback that you get from anywhere to create more effective videos over time. All right, so creating a video marketing plan. Well, you should have a marketing plan in total. I was just speaking to somebody recently talking about social media, and it's not tied to an overall marketing plan. So it's very difficult for them to do what they think they want to do because they don't have a way to know what their goals are. It's the same with video, right? So you want to have clear objectives. You define what you want to achieve with that video content. And then, of course, make sure to align it with your business goals. So ensuring video goals support whatever your overall business objective are, right? Defining target audiences, that makes sense. We just spoke about it several times. So audience segmentation, identify the specific groups that you want to reach with the different types of videos and to make sure that you're putting them where they are located. And then, of course, understanding their needs. Tailoring your content that addresses the needs and interests of each of these audience segments is very helpful. Creating a content calendar. Now, you can do this with marketing overall. It could be social media only, video, or it could be all in one. We actually have a year-long content calendar we put out that we know exactly what we want to be able to put out there. Also, the style and type of posts, whether they're video or otherwise. But you want to make sure that you do this so that it gives you consistency, that you can have a regular schedule, knowing when your video releases need to be put out there, which also then gives you an idea of when you need to have your video content created, right? Variety, of course, includes a mix of those video formats and topics that caters to different preferences, which we talked about a minute ago. And of course, timeliness, align video content with industry trends and seasonal events, right? So we're coming into the end of the year, and everybody knows it's the party time, both with Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas and New Year's. So obviously your seasonal events will change whatever content you put out there. Allocating resources, of course, if you're going to boost or make ad campaigns with video, you need to have a budget. So you need to determine what your financial resources are, not just for the ad spend, but also the video production, if you have someone that you're paying to edit, as well as the distribution. And of course, identifying who's going to do the creation, the editing, and the management of the video content. All right. Testing and learning, right? Experiment with different video strategies and adapt based on the results that come out of each of those different strategies. Gathering feedback, please ask the questions. How'd you think? What'd you think? Also looking at the stats, and then continue to improve by evolving your video marketing plan over time as you get that feedback for better outcomes. And of course, embracing the journey and flexibility. You want to be prepared to adjust your plan as trends and audience preferences evolve. That goes across all of marketing, not just video. And then, of course, your long-term vision. You want to understand that building a successful video marketing strategy does take time, and it requires dedication, especially if you want to be consistent. In conclusion, a recap. So, engaging video content. We've explored the world of video marketing from storytelling all the way to different types of distribution strategies. Driving results. Video content does hold the key to creating meaningful connections and achieving business goals. So it is definitely a must. It is a dynamic tool. It is not just a trend, right? It's here to stay, and it only continues to grow. It's also a tool that can help shape your brand narratives and help you boost sales, which we all want. And endless possibilities means whether you're a small business or an industry leader, video can really elevate your marketing efforts, regardless of where, how, and when. Call to action. Start today. Do not wait. Right? Begin incorporating video into your marketing strategies really now, so that you can start to witness how it impacts your overall marketing. And of course, use video to connect with your audience, tell your story, and drive conversions. All right. And then, of course, elevate your marketing game with the power of storytelling, engagement, and innovation through video content. And we can help you, right? We're here to answer questions. We can help dive deeper into these video strategies that I've mentioned today. I know it's kind of rushed. We try to get through about 10 to 15 minutes on each of our coffee breaks, so not to go too long. This was a little bit longer because there's a lot of information. So please feel free to ask us about anything related to marketing, but video marketing especially. And we are here. This is how you can find us. That's our number locally in Aruba, as well as our email address. We do market and we do support companies anywhere in the world. So please do not hesitate to reach out. We will see you next week, 11 a.m. Eastern, right here for our next topic. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.